Yes, yes.
Well, you do a great job, man, and I just want you to keep up the good work. We're doing what we can on our end.
God bless you, Chris. And interesting story you told us there. Very informative. Frank in North Carolina. You're on the air, Frank.
Thanks for taking my call, Alex. Reformed Imperial Stormtrooper once again. You shouldn't take my call, but I appreciate that you do. I always love to hear Marines call in law enforcement. That motivates me to hear, law enforcement, especially active law enforcement and Marines, Army, any kind of military call in that are awake. What I called in about, I was trying to get in a week or two ago. You were talking about Rush Limbaugh, and I hate to even bring that guy up, but I just wanted to make the point that I called you back in January of 2009 to let you know that Rush Limbaugh had gone off on a rant during the first hour of his show back in January of 2009, and it sounded like you. And at first I thought he was joking, but he was serious. I think I called in and told you this once before, but you may have forgotten about it. But he was talking about the New World Order, CFR. He said that the economy, he actually went into a good bit of detail about it. He said that the economy was being destroyed incrementally by design, so that they could bring in this New World Order and everything.
No. Two Fridays ago, and I read the transcript here on air, he came out and said there is a blue blood robber baron elite in New York and D.C. that hates the middle class, and they plan to rob everyone, including the new rich like himself. And see, Limbaugh is finally figuring out, and so is Mancow and so many others, that they're going to have to leave, and that there's nowhere to run in the world, and that they're targeted as well. And that signing on to this and playing along with the left-right paradigm isn't going to work. And he said the Republican Party, just as bad as the Democrats, are globalist elitists who want world government and want to enslave everyone. And I was driving down the road with my mouth hanging open, got here for the Sunday show because I was listening on a Sunday to a rebroadcast on a local station. It was WOAI. I was coming in to do my show out of Austin that's on 590 AM. And I just literally couldn't believe what I was hearing. And Michael Savage, in the last 3 years, has really come out and gotten a lot more hardcore and admits that Wall Street is swindling everyone and that Goldman Sachs is criminal and the Federal Reserve is private and the government stages terror attacks. Because here's the deal. To Limbaugh and to Savage and to others, you're not, the New World Order, if they get this in place, they've stated that once they've got everybody bankrupt under government control, they're not just going to slowly sterilize people and put cancer viruses in the vaccines that kill you 10 years later and, life expectancy starts dropping. They plan to just start wiping everybody out in mass plagues. And they've got bioweapons that kill 99% or more of the mammals they come in contact with, and they admit this. And so more and more, you have kind of the good old boy power structure in the U.S. who isn't really part of the New World Order structure but went along with it because they got patted on the head. A lot of these guys, like Limbaugh admits, CIA officer William F. Buckley kind of brought him along, helped him meet Roger Ailes, helped push him. But see, now these guys are realizing that when they were young and sold out, they weren't given the full story. But now because of this radio show and because the globalists are so open now about their master plan, a lot of people who are intelligent and now are worth, billions of dollars. I mean, Limbaugh's worth well over $1 billion. They're realizing, my God, this New World Order is a psychopathic group of mass killers. And Limbaugh understands that he's not safe and nobody else is. Look, these people aren't playing games. I mean, this is total global domination of the individual. I mean, the nations have already basically been taken over. But I do remember your call. Anything else, Frank?
Yeah, as far as Michael Savage goes, I was listening to him back before I'd ever heard of you. And I woke up from the false left paradigm mainly because of you back in 2005. But up until that point, I was listening to Michael Savage, and Michael Savage did the exact same thing. But this was back in 2005. He went on a rant talking about the Council on Foreign Relations, the New World Order. Now, he was not yet getting into the part about the incremental destruction of the economy because we weren't quite there yet. But he was talking about all that. He did a rant. And just like Rush Limbaugh, they didn't take any calls on it. No callers ever called in, so I'm wondering if those calls were screened out or what. But he never mentioned it again, neither one of them, because I listened for a while.
Well, you know why they do it.
They did not mention it. But
you know why they do it? It's conscience. And they should do it every day, and so what if they get fired? You know, they'll just go somewhere else and be even bigger. I mean, look, you have to make a decision. Do we really want to be with a scientific dictatorship that bathes you in radiation with naked body scanners at courthouses, at highway checkpoints and airports, that lies to us and saves the images, that admittedly puts poison in the water? Just because a bunch of pencil-necked control freaks on national public radio make fun of you when you talk about fluoride being a poison, it doesn't matter. Thousands of EPA scientists signed letters and went to Congress and said this is brain-damaging people and causing cancer. So what if some pencil neck at Wired Magazine, who's a Rhodes Scholar, calls us nuts? We've got the scientific facts. Since when can some pencil neck tell us what we can and can't talk about? God bless you, Frank. I appreciate the call. I mean, I'm going to tell Savage and Limbaugh something. You better go all the way. You don't want to wish later that you'd have done more. Okay? You know this stuff's all true. Those guys are both very intelligent. They know full well what's going on. Those guys knew what was going on probably when I was in diapers. Okay? I'm 36 years old. Savage is 60-something. What's Limbaugh, 50-something? They know full well what's going on. Okay? You can't make a deal with the devil and come out on top. What would it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? What would it profit a man to gain the whole world for a little while and be destroyed in the process? You cannot reason with these globalists, okay? They are scientific, cold-blooded killers who want full-spectrum dominance. What's the ultimate form of dominance? Killing your enemy. Wiping out your opposition completely. Our government funded Mao Zedong. That's now declassified. Our government, now declassified, and even Brzezinski's written 2 books bragging about it, totally funded Pol Pot. He killed 30% of the population of his country. The ultra-rich are going to sit offshore, they're going to implode the economy, and they're going to use the dumbed-down poor mass of people as a weapon to rob anybody who makes more than $20,000 a year, and when they're done, there'll be nothing left. Everything will be in the hands of the globalists. They want you and your lifestyle to be over. Let's talk to Mike in California. Mike, you're on the air.
Yeah, Alex, can you hear me pretty clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have 4 quick questions. Could I ask you the 4 quick questions off the air, or do you need me to stay on the air so you can remember them?
No, go ahead and ask me the questions.
The first one is in relation to the Iran situation and the immediate impact that it would have on our lifestyle. And so the first question is, how long will it take to affect our lifestyle in relation to the cost of food, gas, utilities, and et cetera, so on and so forth? That's the first question.
It'll be instantaneous. Oil prices will conservatively double the day the attack takes place.
Second question is, could you go into detail of this plan? I heard you mention this about a couple of weeks ago, wherein the elite will go underground while chaos exists above, while they would create some chaotic situation above ground while they live.
Yeah, no, that's the Moonraker scenario. They're not going to go off planet. They're going to go underground, and they've admitted that. Yeah, that's an important thing. So the underground plague centers, okay?
So do they really exist?
Of course. The United States has spent more than all other nations combined on underground cities and continuity of government. What was your other question?
As far as an invasion is concerned, an armed revolt, would you envision would trigger an armed revolt from the population of the people? You know what? Your phone's cutting out. I'm going to come back and try to get your other 2 questions quickly and then answer them quickly. We'll be right back.
We all know that the Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 4 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water systems. The revolutionary Berkey light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and re-cleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels, and removes harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey light system today, complete with 2 black compact Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping, an $87 value, yours free, but only for a limited time. Just call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653 now to order. That's 1-877-886-3653, or order online now at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
You may be arrested and/or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship, body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Remain in your houses. The President of the United States has declared martial law under Executive Order 11,004.
Will they do it? Will they pull the trigger this time? We all pray they stand down, but an engineered crisis seems more likely with each passing day. Think it can't happen here? Executive Order 10990 locks down all highways. Executive Order 10995 seizes control of all media outlets. Executive Order 10998 controls all farms and food supplies. All these executive orders are now cocked, loaded, and waiting for the right crisis. So if you're worried about the possibility of martial law here in America or have questions about how to survive it, go to martiallawsurvival.com. That's martiallawsurvival.com. Go to martiallawsurvival.com right now.
You must remain in your houses until your bracelets are scanned.
Quickly, going back to Mike in North Carolina, I've got your first 2 questions. Quickly, what were the other 2?
The other 2 is, do you envision an armed revolt, and what do you think some of the trigger points would be to trigger something like that, you know, from the people and all that they're, I guess, enduring from the government?
Boy, these are important questions. And what was the last one?
Would you ever consider doing a movie on any of these 3 questions that I asked you about?
Okay, I appreciate your call. Let me try to answer them quickly and succinctly. The different breakdowns that the Pentagon has even put out publicly and that think tanks and others have reported on dealing with Iran run from bad to worse. Iran will block the Strait of Hormuz. They can successfully do it for at least a month, most analysts believe. That will cause roughly a doubling in oil prices. If it continues, they talk about it not being $3.50 a gallon, but $7, $8, $9, $10 a gallon. Iran will also activate their Shiite militias with al-Sadr and others inside